coolest things that I get to do is talk with the most amazing jiu-jitsu practitioners in the country. And we have one of those guys here today. His name is Ray Terry, and he's in Columbus, Ohio. Ray, how's it going today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I can't wait to hear about your journey in jiu-jitsu and all of the people you're helping. And this is going to just be such a great episode of Inside the Fight. So why don't we start with your journey and history into jiu-jitsu?
That journey started about, I would say, 8 years ago. I started as a strength conditioning coach, and I was doing MMA, and it's something I've always had a passion for. And then I got joined up with Dustin Ware. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. He's down in Columbus, Ohio, and that's pretty much where that journey started. Did that with Dustin for a few years, and then after that, we joined teams with Dante Leon over in Toledo, Ohio, and the Pedigo submission fighting team.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's the name of your academy?
RTSC Training Center.
Yeah, and what I love about following your social media is the lifeblood that's in your academy is really fantastic. Whether it's kids programs or the adult programs, gi, no gi, it looks like you guys do a lot of everything.
Yes, we do. We do. I mean, the gym is a full scale, full service gym. Any levels, any ages. We have jiu-jitsu, we have wrestling, circuit training, strength conditioning, MMA team. So we have kids and adults both.
Right.
So we do everything.
Yeah. So what's that like being kind of a hub of all things fight world for the Cleveland community?
I love it. It's one of the biggest things is I'm able to give back to the community, the kids in the community, and that type of thing. So something for myself, I didn't have a lot of structure and good role models as I was coming up, and it's something I've always wanted to give back when I was able to do so and put myself in a position to do so. So it's good to be able to give these kids and even the adults a place to go to train and to keep themselves disciplined and focused.
Yeah, what I love most about jiu-jitsu in particular is that so many other sports, if you don't have the body, you don't fit in, right? If you're not tall, you don't play basketball. If you're not tall and big, you don't get to play football. But jiu-jitsu is that place for like misfit human beings almost, where you don't have to be a super athlete. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I'm a strength and conditioning coach and a football coach for over 14 years. So speaking on that end, I was a strength conditioning coach for a couple of different high schools. So those sports, you do have to have maybe a certain body type or a certain level of athleticism. But with jiu-jitsu, it's geared around, anybody being able to participate. And it's for a lot of times it's for the smaller guy to be able to take on the bigger or the more athletic opponent and that type of thing. So it's definitely a good thing for all levels and all ages to be able to come in and join and get to work.
Yeah, and so many things that happens at many of the academies that we're at is that maybe the kids start training, but then the parents get a chance to start training. And maybe even if they're not doing jiu-jitsu, an academy like yours that offers the personal training and the other fitness dynamics, now you are genuinely changing generations of families by offering this kind of academy and program.
Agreed. And the great thing is, whether it's the adults, the parents that start first with maybe a circuit training or strength conditioning, or it's the kids that start and the parents can come in and watch. Either way, on both sides, they're able to, see their parents working out, seeing their parents doing healthy activities.
Right.
And it encourages them. And it also makes it a place where, being in a gym is not intimidating.
Yeah.
If you grew up and you have your parents that are working out and training either jiu-jitsu or strength training or MMA or any of those type of things, it's a natural place for you to be. It's not an intimidating environment for you as you get older and grow, so you stay healthy.
Right. Yeah, that's a really powerful point. And in today's culture where, more than 70% of our population is overweight and where almost 50% is obese in the United States, it's everything you just said is huge.
Yes, agreed. I mean, one of the biggest goals that we have is to try to promote being healthy, promote being in good shape, and do that at all ages and all levels.
Right.
We have 4-year-olds doing jiu-jitsu. We have an 80-year-old, that comes in and works out. She runs marathons, and then we
Right.
have everything in between as well. So.
Yeah, it's amazing. So if you could tell the audience today, what would you encourage people to do in regards to looking into jiu-jitsu, or if you've done jiu-jitsu in the past and you've gone away, why come back or why start jiu-jitsu?
Well, the biggest thing is, it's the thing I hear the most is when people want to start doing jiu-jitsu, or if they have an interest in doing it, they always want to say they want to get in shape first.
Right.
And the biggest thing I can tell them is don't put off today tomorrow what you could do today, because you're not going to ever be in the shape and ready for jiu-jitsu. It's a different type of conditioning. It's a different type of activity. So just get in there and start your journey as soon as possible, because just like in life, where you have every day there's adversity, and every day there's some kind of thing you have to get through and have to show discipline and show focus to be able to just to get by sometimes on the daily in your daily activities.
Yeah,
Jiu-Jitsu
absolutely.
teaches you those skills to do so.
100%.
Jiu-Jitsu teaches you the skills to stay disciplined, to show up, and just every day you show up, it's just another day to get better.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing, is why I feel people should do jiu-jitsu. It really prepares you at all ages to deal with adversity in life in general.
100%. And I think there's something internal about us that when we get on the floor, it brings youth back. It's like being a kid, right? In this culture, not a lot of adults sit on the floor, and jiu-jitsu is beautiful because guess what? You got to get your butt down on that mat. And so it's really amazing. Now, the next thing
it's also very humbling. You walk into a room, and I've had, some of the college football players or college, that kids that are in great shape start doing jiu-jitsu, and then you have a guy that's some skinny guy that's maybe in band at college, and they're kicking the crap out of the kid that's the football player.
Right.
So it's definitely humbling also, and keeps your mind in check of staying humble in life as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is one of the realities of combat sports and jiu-jitsu is injuries. So running an academy, knowing that that's just part of the equation, tell me some of the injuries that you've had throughout your jiu-jitsu career.
Myself, I've had broken back, torn rotator cuff, 2 blown out knees, broken rib, broken foot, ankle, toe. You name it. It's, at one point, I was at a point where it was hard to, without assistance, just get up from sitting on the floor,
right?
Or to even get out of bed without, making it. It would take me, without exaggeration, 10 to 15 minutes to get out of bed before I could start functioning for the day, because my body was so beat up and broken.
Yeah.
And it's just years of being an athlete, years of, of being on the mats, or even, back in playing other sports. It's just an accumulation of all those years. My body was just, pretty broken down.
You were in a rough spot. We actually met you when you were in a really rough spot coming out of PANS. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Broken rib.
Broken rib. Yeah, we were working our booth at the Pan American Championships down in Orlando, and you come walking over and you're holding this rib, and you're like, hey, can you tell me how stem cell therapy might be able to help an injured rib?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, so then we got a chance to talk and share some information. What's life been like for you since you've done therapy with New Hope Regeneration?
Oh, well, since the day, that day of getting the therapy, everything has changed. And if you're at the gym, you'll hear me talk about it. I'm sure my students and clients are sick of hearing me go on and on about how great the therapy was, but it was life changing. I literally full function of everything back. Pretty much without exaggeration, everything is healed, and I'm feeling like I'm, maybe 25 again.
Wow.
Somewhere in my
So to go from taking 10 to 15 minutes to getting out of bed to being able to roll, because you're rolling 5 days a week again, 4 or 5 days a week again?
Probably more like 6.
Wow.
The biggest thing, and people at the gym that they've started to notice the most is before, even when I was teaching or I was still competing and active when I was injured, but everything was just like very limited on what I could do and very limited on the type of movements I could do. So I had to like change my game a lot to just fit into my injuries and what I could actually do.
Right.
Now I'm able to, wrestle a ton more. I'm able to invert a lot more. Be in those type of movements where never before would I ever think I'd be able to do such a thing.
Right.
It's really
and that's one of the things that we love the most, because so many of our clients will go to their medical doctor and they speak what we call no hope diagnoses. You got to stop Jiu Jitsu. You got to stop training. You're never going to be able to do triangles again. You're never going to get your knee in that position again. Yep. And then people find us and we speak hope over them. And then, that's really pretty amazing. What has this been like for some of your other athletes or students who've come in as well? Because we've had the blessing to work with RTSC and we partnered together. What's that been like for you as an academy owner, knowing that you have this tool and this therapy available for your team?
It's truly amazing. To know that some of the injuries that some of my athletes are facing and what they're dealing with, to be able to give them a true option of how to fix that without saying, here, go to the doctor and have a surgery, or you can't do this, or you have to take this amount of time off and have this surgery or that thing. It's really amazing to be able to have an option that is, like you said, a real hope on how to get healthy and to be functioning fully again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. And we're just so grateful that we get an opportunity to, work with amazing men and women like you who have such a passion for helping people. What would you say to other academy owners who are, professors who are contemplating either getting therapy for themselves or contemplating maybe partnering with New Hope Regeneration to bring this to their area and their team?
Do it.
Do it.
I mean, you have to do it. It's definitely something, like I said, that has changed my life. Physically and mentally, and it's doing that for my team. So it's definitely something. If you pass this opportunity up, it's not a good decision in my opinion. Yeah. It's definitely something you need to do.
Yeah, how I like to tell people about it, and I think I said this to you, we didn't used to have electricity, and now we have electricity. We didn't used to have the ability to regenerate the body the way that we do, and now we do. Like, it's literally that simple. We just got to let people know about it.
I agree.
Awesome.
100%.
Well, any last imparting thoughts you want to leave for our audience today?
No, obviously I'd like to just thank you for all the help that you've given me and my team, and that's about it.
Awesome. Well, I'm actually going to see you in a couple weeks. We can't come out to do an event with you guys and come out to the academy for the first time, and we're just grateful for you guys and all you're doing in the community. Thank you so much, Ray. You have a great day and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who heard what Ray said, don't wait. Do it now. Your no hope diagnoses don't have to be the way you're going forward. Go to InsideTheFight.net. And we will see you next time on Inside the Fight for the most amazing stories of other champions and academy owners changing their lives with New Hope Regeneration.